The OG Final Fantasy VII had a really awesome area called the Gold Saucer, filled with minigames, chocobo racing. It was kind of like the Vegas of Final Fantasy VII, or a theme park or something like that. So I was really interested to see how Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was going to take that area and make it its own. It starts off with a really touching moment with Barrett and the party. You kind of learn more about Barrett's backstory, what makes him tick, and it really brings the team together to support Barrett and all of that. You ride up this trolley, heading towards the Gold Saucer, and your team is met with an amazing cutscene filled with bright lights. It looks like Vegas or an amazing theme park. And you get this really cool up-resed video of Ifrit and Shiva going around. It's just fantastic looking. This cutscene really sets the tone for what the Gold Saucer is going to be. This fun distraction for the team, this amazing opportunity to let off some steam, play some mini games, meet eccentric characters, and the like. As you're coming up to the Gold Saucer, you can feel the excitement of the team. You see all these fireworks going off, and it really sets the tone. Once you get in, there's a bunch of different things that you can see and do. There's a lot of Moogles everywhere. It's really cool. Yuffie is excited as all get out, being a teenager and not ever seen anything like this before. She's super pumped to see what's going on. And we are treated to one of the best cutscenes in the game. A crazy dance scene. You meet Kate Sith for the first time, and he's got this really cool Scottish accent. He's definitely way cooler in this game than he was in the OG Final Fantasy VII, and he really starts off the Gold Saucer with a bang. He transforms Yuffie into a dance outfit, and away we go. It is pretty insane how over the top this cutscene is, and just how much fun the characters are having after coming on this journey of sorrow and pain, and just being able to be happy in this moment, dance around, and just have fun together. Now, as you can see, the guys are pretty thirsty during this whole scene, but it's totally worth it. It's really fun, and overall I think it is a great change of pace from what the game has been up until this point. The owner of the Gold Saucer, this Zangief looking guy, I can't remember his name now, Dio I think, is insanely buff, over the top, and all the girlies love him. It's absolutely fantastic. He has one of the best dance numbers I've ever seen. He just exudes charisma and is a hilarious character that doesn't get used enough. He concludes his little dance number with flexing his pecs, shooting off some fireworks, and then challenging Cloud to a little duel, if you will. Now, it's not a regular fight that you might think of. It's more polygonal and very turn-based. It's actually pretty cool, but it was definitely a weird kind of change of pace thrown in there at the very end of the dance number. From there, Cloud and Barrett go find a hotel to get some rest, and it's in a haunted part of the Gold Saucer, and that's where you really meet Kate Sith for the first time. He's a fortune teller, and he's wanting to tell your fortune with his little Moogle. It's a cool little thing, it's cute, it's a nice way to introduce the character and what he's about. And he joins your party from there, but he also has this little mysterious thing about him that he might be a spy, just like the original. Once you get into the room, there's some really cool gags like this treasure chest with the eyes, the little tonberry that adjusts humidity levels, which is absolutely hilarious. From there, you can go explore and find the different mini games. like this motorbike one, which was pretty fun. It's kind of a play from Final Fantasy VII Remake, where you are driving down the road, slashing at enemies, chasing Roche. You don't chase Roche in this one, you're just trying to take out the enemies using a spinning slash, a boost, and just shellacking them with your big sword, trying to get the high score, and eventually win some prizes. This was one of my least favorite mini games. I think it didn't really control very well, in my opinion. I did it one time. I think I got the high score and just moved on. There's really cool Queen's Blood trials, which if you've played, you know that Queen's Blood is probably the best minigame in the game. And it really kind of focuses you in on different strategies and techniques. Once you beat these different minigames, you'll get points, gold saucer points, and you can trade those in for different figurines or the volumes that give you SP for your different characters. You can go along these walkways that go really fast and get you from point A to point B a lot quicker than you normally could, and you unlock fast travel points once you're there. The Battle Coliseum is super cool. It's tag team matches against different enemies that you fought. It's a really cool way to try and use different synergy techniques, synergy abilities with different characters, and really test your might with only 2 characters against some more difficult enemies like the Mind Flayer here. It's really cool. They had a nice variety. The difficulty spikes in some of them were a little frustrating, but overall not too bad. Battle Coliseums are usually some of my favorite things to do in games. I'm all about gameplay and action, and when we have something like a Battle Coliseum that really puts your skills and your knowledge of the battle system to the test, it's really fun. I love trying to master these different Coliseum battles, switching out different materia, switching out different party members, really trying to take in everything that you can, using the different synergy abilities, raising up your limit levels or getting unlimited MP, and just experimenting and mix and matching different characters. It's really awesome. The game doesn't necessarily force you to do that too often, and so when you do have the opportunity to only be using certain characters, it's a lot of fun and can definitely open up different gameplay strategies for you. From there, you go over to the Space Ranger area. You get this really cool hologram kind of welcoming you to the headquarters, telling you your mission, and eventually you'll be able to get into your spaceship and battle enemies. It's pretty straightforward. The aiming is a little weird. It kind of auto locks on if you run your cursor over there, but you have different bombs, you can do barrel rolls, you have restorative charges. Overall, it's a pretty fun mini game, and it's definitely a nice change of pace. But the standout in all of the Gold Saucer, just like in the first one, is the Chocobo races. In the original Final Fantasy VII back in 1997, you were able to race these Chocobos, get different kinds, breed them, and it was a lot of fun. And eventually, breeding them led you to the best materia summon in the game. I don't know if that will do that here, but for now, I have completed all of the bronze races with first. Each Chocobo that you have has a different ability and different stats. You can change their gear to give different perks and change the stats accordingly. You can get pretty in-depth with it, and each new Chocobo ranch that you find throughout the world, you can buy different gear for your Chocobo to bring back to the races. If you are able to time it right and start with 2 seconds on the clock, you'll get a nice little boost out the gate. You can drift. The blue fruits increase your speed. The red fruits give you a speed burst, and the yellow give you a dash. So you have different options in order to try and get your Chocobo up to its top speed and look out for obstacles, drift around corners, take shortcuts. There's a lot of different things in each of the races that make it a lot of fun and not just going around in a circle each time. So I would recommend checking out Chocobo Racing when you can. It's a ton of fun, and overall the Gold Saucer was definitely a highlight of this game for me so far. But what did you think of the Gold Saucer? Did you like it as much as me, or was the original Final Fantasy VII doing this much better? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you next time.